not in. It's a joke, we never win. Both sides got their masks on tight. Truth's a ghost in the dead of night. Falling in this dirt you stole. Life or cloud, you've seen it all. In a world that's upside down. The beautiful dumpster fire down.
Well, dumpster fire is right. Is angry Alec Baldwin back? Are we going to get a car attack again? Well, it looks like Mr. Alec Baldwin could not handle a Trump impersonator. Now, it does look like the Trump impersonator is bothering the ever living poo out of Mr. Baldwin. But, yeah, look, I'm going to say FAFO. If you're going to be an a-hole to Alec Baldwin, who is a known a-hole, I would hope that your a-hole level is above his, because if it's not, you're going to get crushed with a-hole vibes. He is a master. He is like a dark Jedi master of a-holeness. I can imagine the force field of douchery just coming out from him in waves, just like little ripples on the sea, disrupting the universe and causing chaos. Anywho, let's get back to the story. Alec Baldwin threatened to break a comedian's neck and shove a camera up his behind, Lemmy Wink style, for heckling over the 2021 Rust shooting. Jason Scoop, who was impersonating President Donald Trump in a wild video posted to social media Monday, began to taunt the actor as he unloaded luggage from the back of his SUV in front of his New York City home. You know what? I hate to be on Alec Baldwin's side, and I don't want to be, and every fiber of my being is saying no. But if a jerk face comes up to you when you're just trying to get into your house after you've probably been traveling, I too would react not kindly, I think. Which makes me agree with Alec Baldwin, which makes me want to question the reality of the universe. Good Lord, today's been long. Anywhoozle, let's get back to the story. Alec, it's your favorite president, Scope, sporting a navy blue suit and blonde wig, shouted at Baldwin, famous for portraying Trump on Saturday Night Live. Look, Alec, I'll offer you a total pardon because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I give you a total pardon for unaliving that woman if you kiss the ring, Scope said, mimicking POTUS. Oh, yeah, look, I hate to be on Alec Baldwin's side. It's hurting my soul, and I feel like I might be experiencing what Voldemort experienced when a Horcrux died. Because it's weird and it doesn't go with my reality, but I think I might be on Alec Baldwin's side, which is an odd feeling in the universe. But again, I am kind of the FAFO, and I am an inside cat. I'm an insidian, and if you try to aggressively, interact with me as a human when I'm not ready to people, I do tend to react not greatly. Mostly, I just become a kind of a statue, and or I start making really smart-ass comments. I have noticed this about me, like if I am ready to leave a conversation, I will start being obnoxiously sarcastic. So I hope that I'll be asked to leave, but usually people don't interpret it that way. It doesn't happen often, but I have noticed that when I am completely done with a subject, I will turn into sassy Mo and completely check out of logic Mo. Mostly it's when, my pain doctor tells me that art therapy will work. And I'm like, why is finger painting hippos on a canvas going to help with my leg? It is what it is, but I don't think that painting and doing mosaics and paper mache is going to help. I do cross stitch, it's helpful. I get to stab things millions and millions of times and make something pretty that's Sailor Moon. So I will pass on the art therapy. Thank you. And again, I cannot believe I'm on Alec Baldwin's side, but I kind of am. Now, Scope then held up a comically large ring and repeatedly instructed Baldwin, 66, to kiss it. Look, Alec Baldwin, right? He did an impression of me. It was not so hot, not too good. But look, we're back in the office. You Democrats lost. Kamala Harris lost. She's somewhere getting intoxicated, Scope said, as Baldwin paid him no mind. Well, Alec, if you don't want that pardon for breadbumming that woman in cold blood, you can call it first degree. You can call it whatever you want, but it's not good. She's looking down on me right now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man that took me out, who red rummed me. Now, cinematographer Helena Hutchins was accidentally shot and lost her life in October 2021 after a prop gun that Baldwin had been holding went off on the set of the Western movie Rust. He was charged with involuntary manslaughter but pled not guilty, insisting he did not pull the trigger and was unaware that the gun was loaded with real ammunition. Though his case was dismissed in 2024, he still suffers from PTSD related to the tragic accident. Baldwin went silent for the majority of Scope's taunting, but eventually stopped what he was doing and got in the funny man's face. "Look at me. I want you to look at me," the departed star said. "You got a camera on me here. You realize my kids live in this building, but you want to know something? I want you to be real careful. If this camera wasn't here, I'd snap your effing neck in half and break your effing neck right here. You know that, right?" Okay, I wouldn't have said that. I would have just said, "You're being a jerk face. You're really pissing me off, and I'm going inside now." Again, I don't like confrontation. I don't like all of that jazzy jazz. So I would have just like said, "Okay, you are determined to be a jerk face, and I'm going to ignore you." Just like toddlers, we do not give attention to behaviors that are bad. We do not encourage them. In fact, we don't ignore them. We, correct them, but we don't encourage, we don't laugh, and we enforce timeouts, at least most of the time. If you have ever had to try to do the timeout like with the ages and the numbers, about the time they turned 4, it took like an hour and a half to get them to sit just 4 minutes. Toddler times are great, but they're also trying. The father of 8 then got back to tending his belongings, but Scope didn't break character. "Okay, Alec Baldwin, all right, Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen, class act, believe me," Scope exclaimed to the camera as the subject of his torment turned back around. "I want you to get out of here," Baldwin demanded multiple times, threatening to shove that camera, Lemmy style, up his posterior. A rep for Baldwin did not immediately return pages 6's request for comment. Well, again, I feel odd, I feel weird, but I'm actually on Alec Baldwin's side here. The guy was being a total douche canoe. He does have 8 children. He is not the most liked person in the world. He's not my favorite person, but I can see how that would be absolutely not great. And regardless of what I think about him or how I feel that the whole Russ thing went on, he is still a human being. He does have children, and I don't want anything to happen to them. So I think it was a douchey move by the comedian. Bottom line, he's getting home. If he were out and about and doing something, but it just seems like, again, the man has to live with this guilt. I don't know how he's doing it. I don't know what he feels, but this was a douche move by the comics part, at least in my opinion. You can agree or disagree in the comments. I feel weird being on Alec Baldwin's side. I am not going to freaking lie. It is not a normal day. I feel very, like, what is going on? A dumpster fire on top of a nuclear volcano is sometimes how days go. I swear this has been the Mondayest Monday that has ever Mondayed. Quote me on that. Thank you guys for, supporting these videos. Please like and subscribe. Share them to your friend if you know that they like news with snark and heart, because I am Sailor Mo, champion of snark and justice. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Be sure to like and subscribe and all the YouTube stuff, and I will see you in a little bit for the Petty Express. The Petty Express is the place to watch hard cases with snark, with heart. We have wit, we have dark humor, we encourage each other, and we get through these hard trials to give victims a voice. So please join us as we watch the trial of Jeremiah Bass. He is accused of unaliving his 2 children while he claims that the force multiplier that he was holding went off accidentally, magically, and shot 5, freedom seeds. It is a child case, it is hard, but the Petty Express is a place where we can watch these hard cases and support each other and, use dark humor and sarcasm and wit to get through all the things. So I hope to see you there at 6 p.m. tonight. And, be kind to yourself, to others, but carry a can of bitch fire because kindness no longer means doormat. So be warned, we're kind, but we're not going to take any ish. Gotcha? Be good, my kiddos. Bye.